Juan and his grandmother's love. Juan is a young man with a big heart and a story full of love, struggle, and dreams. This is his story, a tale of family, sacrifice, and how love can change everything. Juan grew up with his grandmother. His mother abandoned him when he was just a baby, and he never met his father. His grandmother, an elderly woman with kind eyes and strong hands, became his everything. She was his mother, father, teacher, and best friend. Life wasn't easy for Juan. His grandmother worked hard to put food on the table. She cleaned houses and cooked for other families. Sometimes they didn't have much to eat, but they always had each other. As Juan grew older, he began to notice that his grandmother was getting tired. Her hands trembled when she worked, and her back hurt when she walked. But she never complained. She always smiled at Juan and said, "As long as we have love, we have enough." Juan didn't have a normal childhood. While other kids played with toys, he helped his grandmother clean and cook. But he never felt sad. He loved his grandmother deeply and wanted to help her. When Juan was in high school, he decided he wanted to become a doctor. He wanted to help people like his grandmother, who had worked so hard and never had the chance to rest. After school, Juan got a job at a small shop. The money wasn't much, but he used it to buy books and help his grandmother with the bills. He studied late into the night, often falling asleep with his head on his books. His dream kept him going. As Juan grew into a young man, his grandmother grew older and weaker. She could no longer work, so Juan took care of her. He cooked for her, helped her walk, and made sure she was comfortable. "Now it's my turn to take care of you," Juan told her one day. His grandmother smiled and replied, "You've always taken care of me, Juan." Though money was tight, Juan ensured his grandmother had everything she needed. He worked harder and studied more, never giving up on his dream. After many years of hard work, Juan finally became a doctor. It was the happiest day of his life. He bought a small house where his grandmother could rest. For the first time, she didn't have to worry about anything. Juan gave her a life full of comfort, love, and dignity. The life she had always deserved. One day, Juan's grandmother became very ill. She was old, and her body was tired. Juan stayed by her side, holding her hand. He told her, "You gave me everything, Grandma. Now I give everything to you." Before she passed away, she looked at Juan and said, "You've made me so proud, Juan. You've given me a life full of love." Though Juan's grandmother left this world, her love lives on in him. Her kindness, sacrifices, and strength made Juan the man he is today. Now, as a doctor, Juan helps others. Every time he cares for a patient, he remembers his grandmother. She taught him what love truly means. This is Juan's story of love that never ends, even after a final goodbye. Thank you for listening to this story. Remember, love and kindness can change lives, just as they did for Juan and his grandmother. See you next time. English 365.